questions, Dr. Quinn, about the testing.
Right.
Now, some saying it takes as long as 36 hours. Others saying 2 to 3 hours you can get a result back. How does that work?
Well, it just depends on what method you use. There are multiple methods that are out there right now. Some of the methods with the faster turnaround time are still awaiting FDA approval. Okay. There are different companies out of Germany and Switzerland that are coming out with these tests. But the most common tests being used right now in Mississippi are the tests that are done by the health department, which we saw in the press conference earlier.
Right.
And as Dr. Dobbs said, the turnaround time for their test is 24 hours. So that's pretty good.
That's about...
Yeah. But now, if some of the clinics such as mine who have LabCorp access, LabCorp is a private company.
Right, like Quest.
Exactly.
Quest and LabCorp.
Right. They're providing the testing as well. Now, the tests have to be done at the clinic. And basically, it's a sputum specimen, but it takes 3 to 4 days to get the results from the LabCorp option. So as time goes on, more clinics will receive the more quick tests as far as the ones that are ready in an hour to 1 to 3 hours. But for now, the most common scenario are the tests where it takes anywhere from 1 to 3 days.
We're going to see more cases, would you say?
I feel very confident that we will see more cases. I have done a great deal of research, looked at a lot of articles and a lot of reports, and the most common denominator is the cases increase, especially as the testing capabilities increase. Now that we're in Mississippi and we're getting more testing, we're getting more cases. Now, I spoke with a leader of one of our emergency rooms here in Jackson, Mississippi, and they said that because of the limited testing, they're not just testing everyone who comes in.
Right.
First, they follow the pretty much guidelines as far as testing for the flu, doing the necessary questioning for the common cold, testing for pneumonia if they need an x-ray. But as far as doing the coronavirus testing, they follow the CDC guidelines, and they're very strict that this protocol that they're following. They have to get 2 out of 3. The first one is a must. They have to get this one. The patient has to have symptoms. And I heard Dr. Dobbs reiterate that during his press conference. They have to have symptoms. They have to have a fever of at least 100.4 and upper respiratory tract symptoms to include coughing or shortness of breath. Then they have to have one of the other 2 options of the 3 on the CDC website. One of the options is they have to have traveled within the last 14 days to a country that's very highly affected by the coronavirus. And the third one is they have to have had contact with someone that has a confirmed case of COVID-19 coronavirus infection or have a high index of suspicion.
Do you think we will see, we are seeing schools being closed down, K through 12 being closed down all around us. Do you think that will come here?
Well, the first thing, and I listened to the press conference very closely, Dr. Dobb talked about the fact that right now it's not guaranteed they're going to close the schools because it's very disruptive to the young people's education. But what they are going to do is take measures in the school definitely right now. For instance, they probably will, well, not probably, but he even said they're going to cut down on large assemblies of students. They won't go to the big gymnasium for a pep rally. They probably will have their lunch in the rooms as opposed to the cafeteria. They're going to take all the measures they can to ensure the safety of our young children in school.
Wonderful. And I will mention again that you are on the City of Jackson Task Force for COVID-19, and you have been coming on and letting us know different things, so we appreciate all that information.
Hey, we just look forward to continuing to update everybody on the information and keep everybody safe.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll be back right after